Yo guys, welcome back to another video. Today we've got another Chelsea news video. It's going to be a very short one, just explaining why Thomas Tuchel subbed off the substitute and why Thomas Tuchel did a Moise Keane with Callum Hudson Odoi. So as you probably already know, Chelsea fell short to Ralph Hasenhüttl's Southampton side earlier, drawing 1-1 in a disappointing, frustrating game. We controlled the game. We had so much possession, 70%. It's nuts, and we just didn't fashion enough chances to actually be able to tuck them away so that we could get ahead or just score. And the only goal that we did score was a Mason Mount penalty, which he won himself from a very clumsy tackle from Danny Ings. Anyway, if you want to see more in depth about the game, make sure you check out my match review from earlier. I'll leave a link down below. And at halftime, Tammy Abraham was subbed off, which I thought was a precautionary because he only got injured a few days ago through like an ankle injury that he picked up against Newcastle and was forced to be subbed off. And I was incredibly surprised that he was actually starting today's game. So at halftime he was subbed off. However, Tuchel did confirm after the game it wasn't due to injury. He's not concerned about his injury because he didn't bring him off due to the injury. It was because it was hard for him to show his quality, which I understand, I guess, against the back three. I don't think Tuchel was expecting Southampton Hasenhüttl to go out with a back three, and they were just allowing Chelsea to they weren't intensely pressing Chelsea. They were just allowing them to pass it around, hope for Southampton to have a lapse in concentration, which it didn't actually happen. And then they were just happy to see pop shots go from distance from Mason Mount, Antonio Rudiger, just not even really testing the keeper. And on the 77th minute, only 33 minutes after Callum Hudson-Odoi was brought on, Thomas Tuchel made his second and third changes, with Jorginho coming on for Kovacic and also Hakim Ziyech coming on for Callum Hudson-Odoi. Now, yeah, he got subbed on. 33 minutes later, he got subbed off again. And you only get 3 designated substitutes. So that's pretty much wasting one. Why didn't you just bring on Hakim Ziyech at half time? I think Thomas Tuchel wanted to go out with the 2 strikers and a number 10. And for about 20 minutes straight out after half time, 9 minutes later in the 54th minute, Mason Mount won a pen and scored it. I think with the number 10 and 2 strikers, it was working really well. However, Callum Hudson-Odoi is not a striker, he's a winger. He's made his career so far from being a tricky winger, taking people on. And I thought that maybe he could go to right wing back, Reece James come off, because he wasn't, personally, I didn't think he was playing terribly. And down the right hand side, up against Ryan Bertrand and Salisu, I thought he could really give him a run for their money. Or maybe even put him to left wing back, take Alonso off, because we were getting the most joy down the left hand side, but couldn't really pinpoint Jan Bednarek and Gineppo because Alonso's not really got the pace or the final delivery. So yet again, he changed formation back to the original one with 1 striker and 2 supportive midfielders, wingers, and the striker was Timo Werner playing as an out-and-out number 9 with Hakim Ziyech and Mason Mount. Mason Mount stayed on the pitch as he was the only good player. I was surprised when I saw Hakim Ziyech getting warmed up because who could he come on for? Mason Mount? No, he's been our best player. It turned out he was coming on for Hudson-Odoi. Hakim Ziyech was quiet, and it was just overall a disappointing result, performance, whatever. And Thomas Tuchel did say that he just brought Hudson-Odoi off because he wasn't happy with his performance. He was struggling, and his energy just wasn't there. He was not happy with his attitude or his counter pressing, which I understand. If you want to get back in the game, you just want to turn up the intensity to maximum, but then don't sub off the player that brings the most energy on his day. Maybe he was tired or something. He didn't seem up to it, really. He couldn't really get on the ball and do his magic like he can do. And Tuchel said they demand 100%, and apparently Callum Hudson-Odoi wasn't putting in 100%, and he demands more from his players. So as a warning sign, I guess, he subbed him off for future references. If at halftime Tuchel thinks that a player's only putting in 80 or 90%, he can be like, remember what happened to Callum? I'm not afraid of subbing someone off, even if they've just been subbed on. He said that everything will be forgotten tomorrow, and he has all possibilities of starting against Atletico on Tuesday in the Champions League tie in Romania. Which is an important game, it's a big game, it's Thomas Tuchel's hardest game yet, for sure. Spurs wasn't a massive, difficult game. Southampton, it was difficult, but we deserved to win. So playing against Diego Simeone's Atletico Madrid is going to be the toughest challenge in Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea career. So that is all for today. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like if you're new around here. Follow my Twitter if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new around here. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.